This is Cameron Haynes. He's an outstanding and accomplished ultramarathon runner as well as a professional bow hunter. He's also the one who got Joe Rogan, Jocko Willink, and David Goggins into the art of bow hunting. Now, all my life I have been interested in bow hunting, and lately I've learned about Cameron Haynes and been following him a ton on social media. And now that I finally have my first compound bow, I can finally dive fully into it. And with following Cam Haynes' run, lift, shoot mentality, for the next 30 days, I'll be shooting my bow for half an hour each day to see what improvements I can make. Let's get started.
Starting out, my shooting form was abysmal. My draw was too fast and erratic. My stance was all over the place, and I was totally punching the trigger on release. This I would quickly learn from the good people at our Archery were giant flaws I needed to fix right away. After learning a thing or two from the people of Reddit, my form started to improve dramatically. After a while, my draw became slower and more controlled. My stance was stronger and not as all over the place as it used to be. I was even learning to open my chest up all the way by bringing my scapula together instead of just pulling with my right shoulder to draw the bow. That was the biggest improvement. But I was still punching the trigger on release and needed to work on that. The 30 days of target shooting were coming along pretty well. I was making minor improvements every day, it seemed like, until I hit my first wall. On the 6th day, nothing went right. All my shots were all over the place. It seemed like I was only getting 1 out of the 5 shots to come anywhere close to my target. And even then, it wasn't good. Everything was just all over the place. I think my biggest issue was that I was still fatigued from the previous day. My back muscles were super sore. Just drawing my bow felt like it took double the effort to do that and to actually stay on target with my pins. And then nothing went right. And even when it felt like I was drawing okay, I would release and I'd always be jerking. It was just an awful 30 minutes of shooting. After the first couple days of shooting, my energy levels were going down really quickly during those 30 minutes of target practice. I was just getting tired faster and my muscles were getting more and more fatigued as each 30 minutes went on. And after doing a little bit of research, I found the solution for that was most likely warming up for each day of target shooting. Now with that, I wasn't doing anything crazy. It was just a quick 3-minute warm up where I do arm circles and some stretches for my shoulders just to get blood flowing into them better. And as far as I can tell, it made a good improvement. At least now my muscles weren't hurting as much after I was done shooting, and I was actually more cognizant of what I was trying to do with each muscle when I was drawing my bow. So overall, it was a good habit for me to learn. So some bad news. Today I was doing some target practice, went to go get some arrows out of the target, and then I noticed my release was coming loose. Turns out the Velcro on it is just about failing. It definitely doesn't have much life in it, and the Velcro is barely holding on as is. I don't know if you can see from here, but it's taking almost nothing to rip the Velcro off, and that's not good. I mean, I knew this release was cheap when I got it. I never liked it to start with, but it was the only one I had. So now that means I need to go out and buy a new one, which I'm not looking forward to because there's only one archery store near me. I doubt they have a large inventory, and I'd really like to at least try on what I'm getting before I buy it. I don't want to buy one and find out that, oh, it doesn't fit me. I don't like the release on it. I don't like the feel on it. It's not smooth. Any one of those things could happen. I just don't want to spend the time and money doing that. I know I can buy them off of Amazon, but again, I don't want to risk it buying one that I haven't tested out and just ending up with one that I don't like and doesn't work well with me. But I might have to go and do that because I can't keep using this. It's probably a few days away from being junk, and I don't want to risk having an accident when I'm shooting. So, time to go get a new one. Finally, some good news. My new release came. So I did have to finally give in and order one off of Amazon, even though I really didn't want to buy one without testing it out first. Thankfully, this one's pretty dang good. This is a Scot Archery quickfire release. And compared to my old one, oh my God, it's a night and day difference. So the first thing is, it's got a D-buckle on it, so I don't have to worry about any more Velcro just coming apart on me, which I'm super happy about. Secondly, the release on this is just so light. Like, I barely have to touch it, and it goes. Compared to this thing where it almost feels like the mechanism is now rusted out and just worn. This one was just so crappy. Sorry, TrueFire, but this thing's junk. And this one, I'm really happy with. It's gonna take some getting used to just because I'm almost not prepared for it to go off with how light the trigger pull is. But as of now, I'm super thrilled with it. The 30 days are up, and the only thing I have to ask is, how the heck does Cam do this every day? Now don't get me wrong, I loved every minute of it, and I got a ton of practice out of those 30 days. But even with just pulling a 40-pound bow, my arms are tired each day. And he's pulling 80 pounds and lifting on top of that, not to mention all the crazy running he does. So I have no clue how he pulls it off. But props to him. I'm probably gonna go to like every other day from now on and give myself a little bit of a break. But overall, I am really glad I did this for 30 days. I still have a ton of improvement to make though, but hey, It's about the journey, not the destination. I hope you guys had a blast watching this video. I know I learned a lot from this experience, and a big shout out to the people on the subreddit Archery. You guys helped out a ton. I had a bunch of questions to ask, and you guys answered all of them. So once again, thank you. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to like, share, and subscribe.